There are some beautiful moments that define my life. My wedding day, the first time I held each of my children, the first time I used an iFootage Cobra 2 monopod. These are the events that define my life.
What about meeting me and making a YouTube show that's given you a career for over a decade? What about that?
That's also fine. Welcome back, DP Review TV viewers. It's Jordan Drake to talk about the greatest video monopod I have ever used. But first you might be wondering, why are video monopods such a big deal? Well, you should know that I shoot probably 90% of our show on a video monopod. It's my favorite form of support because it's very compact and very stable. If you've got a camera with lens-based stabilization, or especially IBIS, it looks like it's already on a tripod. And there's a great trick. If you need to move the camera, just grab your monopod, find the center of gravity, pinch it, go for a walk, and you've got a poor man's Steadicam. It's an incredibly versatile, useful tool. So before I talk about the greatest video monopod ever produced, let's talk about the most common, most popular option. This is a Manfrotto video monopod. I used it for about 9 years in various versions, and it does have some really cool stuff. I mean, what sets a video monopod apart from a regular monopod are these feet right here and a little hydrostatic ball, and that actually lets you pan while keeping the camera totally stationary. It's incredibly useful. However, every version of the Manfrotto video monopods have had this Achilles heel where when you're trying to level the horizon or lean forward and back with the camera, it'll kind of jump between various positions. It's extremely jarring, and it has ruined so many clips, I can't even begin to count that. So for the last couple years, I've been shopping for a new video monopod. I've tested the Sirei, the Benro, the Steadicam, and eventually, when we were meeting up together in Calgary, Gerald Undone said, you need to try the iFootage Cobra 2 monopod. I did, and it's changed my life. Okay, Chris, I need to show people the iFootage monopod so you can just use the Manfrotto. Here,
no,
give me that.
I hate that thing. I hate the Manfrotto. No.
Here it is, the iFootage Cobra 2 180 centimeter version, because I am very tall. So talking about this, let's start at one of the most important things, which are the locks on this. Now, the locks on here are incredibly easy to open and lock, even if you're still wearing gloves, where a lot of them out there I've found are really very sticky. As well, it's incredibly solid. I can put my full weight on this, and I don't find I need to tighten this very often. With all the Manfrottos I've used, I've found every 3 or 4 shoots, I have to go re-tighten the locks on it so it doesn't slip while I'm shooting. This is extremely solid. You could put a 10-kilo camera on this monopod as long as your head supports it as well. So we're talking like a Red Cinema camera package. Now this version is an extremely tall monopod, goes up to 1.8 meters, but because it's carbon fiber, it's actually really lightweight. This is 2.8 pounds or 1.3 kilograms. The other nice thing, because it's carbon, if you're shooting in the cold, it doesn't freeze onto your hands the way aluminum does. All right, let's pretend we're in a Tarantino movie for a few minutes because we're gonna focus on the feet. So you can see nice wide set of legs on this, which makes it very stable. And I like how it has 3 settings. You can fold it up for storage. You've got this setting if you want a little bit of a smaller footprint, or you can set it to its widest mode for the most possible stability. And as well, we've got a locking dial on this. Now, with the locking dial loosened, you can very smoothly pan, tilt, move the monopod in any direction, and it doesn't have any of that jumpiness that we've seen with all the Manfrottos, but you can also lock it completely solid, and there, it's as stable as a tripod in some situations. I've put a big S1H with a big zoom lens on this and actually walked away from it. It doesn't move, and that opens up a lot of creative freedom. One of the biggest limitations to a video monopod is low angle shooting. I mean, this is only gonna collapse so far. So with these video monopods, you're really limited to shooting above waist level, or you're taking the camera off the monopod, shooting handheld, or finding a rock or something to put it on. But this has a little trick up its sleeves. So in just a few seconds, now I have basically kind of like a mini hi-hat setup for doing extremely low angle work. And I've been using this a ton on our show, getting all of these interesting low angle perspectives, but it's also incredibly solid. And when we're doing time lapses or when I'm doing compositing, this is the setup I'll use. It's actually more solid than a lot of my tripods. Okay, so we have an extremely functional, very well-built piece of video equipment. It should be insanely expensive, right? Well, you can see it's actually quite affordable. Now, bear in mind, that's not going to include a head, but you probably already have a video tripod. You're going to want to get a head on here that works with your existing quick release system, or you might already have a head lying around for that. I've been using a Manfrotto MVH 500 head, and it's been okay, but I'm certainly in the market for another compact, lightweight, really solid video head. So if you have any suggestions, please let me know in the comments below. Okay, so I've just spent this time talking about all the wonderful things that I love about this monopod, how it's made my life so much better. This has to be a paid ad, right? Well, no, I've never actually spoken to iFootage. I paid full retail on this. It's just one of the best purchases I've ever made. I just want to spread the word. If you're in the market for a video monopod, there is a perfect video monopod. It's this one, and you should probably go pick it up. If you want to hear more glowing recommendations like this, be sure to subscribe to DP Review TV, and we will all see you again very soon.
Unbiased reviews.
Unbiased, unbiased.